Give me 1 second. PFL Champions Series 2. I mean, there's like 3 fucking names for this event. Road to Dubai Champions Series. So, whatever you want to call this event. Usman Nurmagomedov versus Paul Hughes 2. Main thing. We're tapped in. The main card is now pretty much officially starting with Sergio Pettis. It's a great card starting from here on out. Former Bellator bantamweight champion. Facing off against a Nurmagomedov. Looks like he's a part of the lineage. So, it should be a good one. We're kicking things off early. Early fights. Why did ESPN Plus make this a part of their, whatever you want to call it, Supreme Unlimited subscription? I have no fucking idea. I got no clue on that. But that's some crazy work. That's literally the episode. They made an episode of Black Mirror like this. Okay. Fight starting now. Nurmagomedov opens with a leg kick first. Spinning back kick to the head for Nurmagomedov, just misses. Yeah, there was no pre-fight press conference for this rematch. It's just crazy work. Crazy work. Yes, sir, I got you, JB. Not only PFL's, bad at promoting, but so it's like not only did they do a bad job at that, but then they put ESPN did it, but they put their product behind a second paywall. It's like a second tier subscription paywall. You don't get this with the basic fucking version of ESPN Plus anymore. So it's like, do they really want nobody to watch this? It's okay. They're just going to come here instead. So shout out all the boys watching, tapping in. We got a close fight so far. Sergio in the middle of the cage. They don't call it an octagon in PFL. Shout out JB for tapping in. Ooh, Nurmagomedov lands a nice left hook on Pettis. Pettis with a spinning back kick blocked. Three minutes left in the round. Pettis does stuff a takedown. $100%. I wonder if ESPN's gonna do this with UFC moving forward. They better not. And it's like, why would you do it with the lesser product? Right? You'd think they would actually do this with UFC over ESPN or over PFL, because more people are going to be bound to pay for the unlimited subscription if it's behind the UFC. Two minutes left in the round. Nurmagomedov controlling the center so far. Pettis just landed a decent 1-2. Nurmagomedov returns with a left hook. Also lands with an overhand right. Pettis with a scissor kick type deal. Switch kick. It's a very close round to score with 1:45 left. I'm leaning towards Nurmagomedov though. But it's a close one to score. Nurmagomedov, I think, clinched up real quick, and then Pettis went for a trip, Muay Thai trip. Nurmagomedov didn't go down, but he got tripped. Nurmagomedov just landed a flying knee, a light flying knee. Then he hits a throw here, head and arm type throw. Sergio Pettis now in trying to recover a butterfly guard. It seems like he's got one butterfly hook in, and he's breaking Nurmagomedov's posture. Now he goes full guard. Full guard. Nurmagomedov looking to posture up here. And he's up, raining down punches. Pettis looking to, shield up. Pettis trying to work a stand up here. And Nurmagomedov lands a knee. Pettis goes back down. Looks like it landed on the body. Pettis tried to protest it though, acting like it maybe was a knee to the head of a grounded opponent type deal. Nurmagomedov just grinding on him now though. So Pettis is up, trying to escape here. They're clinched. Pettis throws a head kick and falls to the ground. Doesn't land on the head kick. They're in a leg entanglement, round over. We got Corey Anderson on this card. And then let me see what else we got. Oh shoot, Lohran already fought. So yeah, we got Anderson, Yagshi, Muradov 2 up next. 2 rematches coming up. I thought Colgan Wilson was the first one. Honestly, that wasn't a bad fight either. Start of round 2 now. Nurmagomedov got Pettis down on the ground here. If you're familiar with folk style wrestling, he was in the referee's position for a while. Nurmagomedov jumps a body triangle, back take. Now they're posted up against the cage here. Nurmagomedov working a choke. He might get it. He's in the corner with Khabib, so Khabib's right behind him shouting instructions. I just can't believe that Lohran already... I guess it makes sense. Main card started at 11:30. Damn, Lohran lost. This was a UFC vet too, right? 2-2 in UFC, now he's 0-1 in PFL. PFL always has some upsets like this. Shout out Corey Anderson, always winning in Bellator and PFL. Yeah, so Pettis just scrambled to a guard here, and Nurmagomedov standing up, controlling the feet. Now he's working ground and pound. Pettis turtles up. Archie Colgan undefeated improves to 13-0 over J.J. Wilson, down to 11-2. They're showcasing some good talent. Vacant light heavyweight title. Corey Overtime Anderson, Beast in 25-8, if you're familiar. 10-5 UFC record, 5-1 Bellator record, 1-0 PFL record. So in 2021, Corey ground and pound finished Dovlet, his opponent tonight, in the third round. Now they're fighting for a title. Vacant title. Nurmagomedov going choke over the chin. Pettis getting like 10-8 this round. We're going to show respect to Beast in 25-8. Hopefully it's a decent fight. And then, of course, the 19-0 undefeated Usman Nurmagomedov versus Paul Hughes to cap it all off. Paul Hughes, you know, they argue he could have won a decision by the last fight. You know, there's an argument. I do think probably the right guy won in Usman. The real question is Usman still in the form he's been? Because Usman is of elite level. We got 38 seconds left in the round here, JB. And they finally just got back up to their feet as I announced it. Oh shit. Pettis just knocked Nurmagomedov out cold with a fucking back elbow. Not even a spinning back elbow, but like an underneath elbow, I think. Oh my god, Pettis just knocked his fucking ass out. This is insane. Insane. Oh my god. And then he had the follow-up, crazy follow-up. Boom! Nurmagomedov was out from that elbow, like laying there, couldn't get up. Oh my gosh, JB. 20 seconds left. The Nurmagomedov camp in shambles. In shambles. You know they hate to see their boys get knocked out. Oh my goodness, look at this, look at this. Rushes in. Oh, it was a spinning back elbow. Again, the year of the spinning back elbows. Boom! Oh my goodness. He enters, tries to sidekick him. Boom, spinning back elbow. Sleep, gone. Out, he was out cold with his eyes open, and then Pettis just came in and boom, one more on the ground. So Pettis goes sidekick. Nurmagomedov tries entering in when Pettis is on the cage. I'm going to break it down. Pettis is on the cage. Nurmagomedov comes in with an entry with the hands. It looks like he throws a... Okay, so Nurmagomedov tried to do a fake flying knee or a Superman punch type deal, right? As he throws the Superman punch, Pettis throws a side kick to counter it. And then after he brings his leg down, he runs the spinning back elbow, connects. Nurmagomedov goes down, head backs on the canvas, eyes wide open. Pettis comes in with the follow-up. Boom, tees his head up off the canvas. Bounce it off the canvas. Damn, dude, that was crazy. Congratulations to Pettis. Congratulations to Pettis. Usman, this is terrible for Usman. Nurmagomedov being escorted out of the cage. Man, these guys go out bad sometimes. Uh, Habib giving respect to Sergio. You know, you gotta respect the Pettis brothers in this game. Duke, Rufus, and team. This is they're right on the level of the Nurmagomedovs. They just beat them. They just beat them. Rufus Sport, legendary, in the game. Pettis, former Bellator champion. His older brother, UFC champion. WEC champion. Congrats to Sergio Pettis. Great shit. He's had a rough time. Like, he always struggles with all that consistency and shit like that. So good shit from Pettis. Usman match done. No, it's coming up epic. Coming up 2 fights. Co-main and then the main event up next. Who won Usman versus Paul? Hasn't came up yet. Pettis shouts out God. Pettis calling for peace. Peace in the world. Crazy, bro. Everybody paying homage to Sergio Pettis right now, rightfully so. We're just waiting on Corey Sandhagen right now. Think we're gonna get the walkouts going now for Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, Yavlet or however you say his name's walking out now. I'm just trying to get this Sergio Pettis post out on Instagram before the fight starts. Shoot, my bad, boys. I didn't know I was muted. Fights up now. Corey versus Yavlet starting right now. Interim light heavyweight title. Dude, shout out to what's his name on that knockout. Sergio Pettis with a crazy knockout. Okay, let's see if Corey still got it on Yavlet. Leg kick from Yavlet. This is the man who knocked out Impa Kasanganai, right? Damn, they're swinging. Shout out everybody watching. A lot of shots getting thrown. Looks like Yavlet is doing the better job so far. He's thrown a lot, but not landing like crazy. But he just landed a nasty uppercut, followed by a left hook. Corey's corner calling for hands up. Looking like Corey might get knocked out. I'm not going to lie right now. Corey's shooting in on takedown. Trying to switch it up. Got him up against the cage. Yeah, so he's throwing a knee. So he's making it a little bit more dirty. Yavlet wants to fight at distance here and just swing from the outside. Big shots. Corey trying to get a jab going. There's an eye poke or something. I mean, let's review the tape. I don't know about that. Was that an eye poke? Corey got his right eye poked. We're on a timeout right now. Corey's eye is recovering. A thumb got in his eye. It was like a... Bow. The referee just said he's got Vaseline in his eye. Corey's wiping his eye with something right now, so let's see what's going to happen here. I think he'll be able to continue. We're still on break, though. I'm rewatching Sergio's knockout right now. Insane, dude. He punted his head off the fucking canvas with that right hand. Boom. Okay, they're back on. Fight's back on. Now, keep in mind what I said. Corey looks like he could be getting finished here. I don't know. Another eye poke, he's saying. They're stopping the action again? Referee's letting Corey call a timeout. Is that going to be a point or no? I mean, let's replay it. I don't know. As soon as they got restarted in the action, an eye poke. Now Corey says he's fine. I mean, let's see. No point taken so far. 2.5 minutes left in round 1. Muradov has been having success on the outside, lighting Corey up. Corey, not very much success. Needs to find a jab or something. Corey's best bet to victory right now is, okay, he's finding the jab a little bit more, but Corey's best bet to victory is grappling, dirty boxing, clinching, if he can get there. If he can get past these hands of Muradov. Muradov just rocked Corey Anderson with the right hand. Corey's defense isn't looking that good right now. He needs to evade better. Okay, Corey in on a takedown. He gets basically wizard to the ground, back up to his feet though. Pushing Muradov up against the cage. Muradov bracing on Corey's face. Got a wizard in. Muradov knee to the body. Corey knee to the body. Corey trying to gather himself. 1:40 left in the round. Corey misses on a big left hook on the break there. They're back to swinging. Let's see. Corey in on another shot. Muradov getting slammed up against the cage here. Corey not having success yet on this takedown attempt. Let's see. Alright, Corey gets the takedown attempt. Corey gets Muradov down for the first time in the fight, I believe. 1:09 in the left in the round. Corey's got one hook in on Dovlet. Corey just riding him here. Corey doing his thing. He's wearing him on him now. Threatening chokes. Even though he doesn't really got it, he's just like wearing on him, you know. Hand over the mouth, over the chin. Putting a lot of weight on Dovlet. So let's see how Dovlet recovers after this to start round 2. Corey's corner calling to drown him. Corey standing up, working some knees to the body. Dovlet doesn't have an answer to stand back up right now. Just flat on his face on his knees. Corey turned that fight around with 1:40 left. I don't know if it was enough to win it, but it's a close round. Definitely a close round. I think I'll lean towards Dovlet, to be honest, that round. He rocked Corey on the feet. Corey got the takedown, but Dovlet had some good work on the feet. No point was taken, so I can't take a point. We made it to round 2 of 5 so far. They're just getting started. Round 2, start. Somebody's getting cooked to the bone. Corey's starting off a lot stronger. Landed a nice left hook on Dovlet. Dovlet looking like a shell of himself now. Dovlet lands a knee on Corey's takedown attempt. Corey got him up against the cage here. Dovlet doesn't have much answers for Corey's grappling, it appears. Knee to the body from Corey. Left hooks. Dovlet trying to respond. Trying to suggest he got a nut shot. Not good body language from Dovlet if he's faking nut shots. Boom. Nasty knees and elbows from Corey. Corey turning it up around 2. I'm not even going to lie to you. One minute down in round 2. Davlet is not the same as he was. Corey's still talking about eye pokes. Left hook from Davlet. Left hook from Corey here. Takedown attempt stuffed from Corey. Davlet throwing big old punches. I think Corey's going to cook him. Unless Davlet can knock him out soon. Because if this goes much longer, Davlet can't hang. He's throwing too heavy. Almost 2 minutes down to round 2. Nice right hand lands from Corey. Corey on another takedown attempt. Works up to the feet in a clinch. I mean, Davlet kind of getting outpaced this round. Outworked. By Beastin 25-8. Overtime. Corey's corner saying Davlet's shot right now. Corey landing some nice right hands. Follows it up with a takedown attempt. Davlet stuffing it. Going front headlock, working knees. Corey stands back up. In on a single leg against the cage. Knee from Corey up against the cage. Another knee from Corey. We got potentially about 17, 18 more minutes for this fight to be over. And then we got Usman, Paul Hughes 2 up after that. Shout out everybody watching in the stream. Corey dominating this round, arguably a 10-8. Arguably a 10-8. He just needs one takedown, and I'd give him a 10-8. Yagshi hasn't done shit. Corey with a nice double jab right hand. Clinches him up. Corey's corner saying he's melting his ass. Corey got a nice left hook off that clinch on the cage. Just wearing on him. Heavy left hook. Veteran Corey Anderson. Fighting for the vacant light heavyweight title, PFL. They're going to be solidified champions now moving forward pretty much. It's not just going to be tournament champions anymore. Corey got the takedown now. Davlet's on like pretty much like a butt scoot or something like that. Okay, but Corey knows. Corey's great at wrestling. He just countered it. Corey in on that takedown attempt, but Davlet back up to his feet. Corey's still working on it. On a single leg here up against the cage. Davlet works out of it. They're back striking. 20 seconds left in the round. Davlet lands a little combo there. Zuabi, like I said, about 20 minutes for this one to be over. Then you got Paul Hughes, Nurmagomedov 2. Okay, so 10-9 Corey, easy. Easy work, 10-9 Corey. Corey could have also, maybe some crazy-ass judge gave Corey the first round, but we'll account for smart judges and say Corey lost the first round for sure. So 1-1. 1-1. Who you guys got? You got Paul Hughes or Usman? Let's find out. Let's do a poll. Or let's go Usman or Hughes. Inshallah, Usman win. All right, Zuabi, all right. Let's see, Usman, Hughes. The only thing, Usman better not be underestimating Hughes again, am I right? Because he proved he's like, he's a real fighter after they fought, but now he's laughing in Hughes' face. Maybe he's just playing it up. Maybe he's not overestimating him or underestimating him. Of course, Usman. I don't know. I'm feeling something in the air. I'm going to be real, Zuabi. I'm feeling something in the air tonight. I'm feeling a Paul Hughes upset potentially. Something in the air? Magomedov lost, Okay, we're in round 3 now. And the stream is lagging for the record, so I can't see what's going on right now. Let me refresh. And then what do we got tomorrow? No Shama. We got Perry versus Stevens tomorrow. Nothing but good stuff. Okay, stream is back on. Apparently there was a foul, a nut shot from Corey. I was about to say Sandhagen. Corey Anderson. But they're back on. 4 minutes left in the round. 1-1 so far. No Shama. Zuabi for all the Russian fighters. The stream freezing again. Maybe it's bad connection, I don't know. I might have to go to stream 2 on this link in a second. 67% of people voting for Usman so far, so it's a little bit closer. Should I try stream 2? Let me try. Okay, so we got half the round left in round 3. I think Corey Anderson's winning this round, but I haven't been watching it because it's been frozen. Let me hear what the commentary is saying. So Dovlet trying to fight hard, but I do get the vibe that he's still losing just because he looks tired. Corey pressing him. Nobody's landing like crazy right now. But Corey just landing, these 50% jabs, 25% jabs. Then he lands a big left hook off the cage. Versus Dovlet is just 100% power hook. No jab, no finesse. Now how much to start, bro? It's only been a few minutes since your question, so still same thing. Like 6 minutes have passed. So go from 20 to, whatever you want to call it, 14 minutes left. Now if there's a finish, it's going to come up sooner. But we're still on the same time frame. Yeah, Corey just bop. It's much more effective. Then he lands a big left hook. Double jab right hand. Dovlet's now trying to mirror Corey and start working a jab too, but it's a little bit too late. I mean, it's not too late. They're in round 3. But Corey's definitely edging this round out. Ooh, Dovlet lands a big right hand though. Corey's still standing on that jab though. Dovlet with the spinning back fist. All big shots. 30 seconds left in the round. Usman and Davla going jab for jab a little bit. Once Davlet started mirroring Corey a little bit more, Corey's now a little bit stifled. Nice little shot from Corey. I'd say round 3 goes to Corey. At least the second half of what I watched. Davlet is just not as well-rounded. He relies on big, heavy punches. If you can, avoid that for the most part and outland him, you win. You just don't get knocked out. Even they're calling out the jab too on commentary right now, saying the jab is real nice. They're just showing all the sheiks in the Milden. All right, round 4 about to start. They're walking out. I think the referees... Oh, nothing. Not saying anything. All right, round 4 start. Usman match Tim. Usman match time. About 15 minutes. 15 minutes till the Usman fight. We got 10 minutes left in this fight. Everybody loves Usman. Still somewhat of a close fight. Corey got to stay locked in, keep winning these rounds, but I do have Corey up 2-1 so far. They're exchanging shots. Yagshi actually pressing a little bit more now. Corey going right hand to the body, left hook up top. Good stuff. Corey shooting in on a takedown. I love Usman, I know. All the homies love Usman. Usman coming up next, boys. Don't you worry. Your man's coming up next. Corey working a takedown attempt. Gets it down. Gets Yagshi down. This is what he needs. Inshallah, Usman will win. All right. I'm saying I smell an upset a little bit, but let's see. I'll be happy for Usman if he wins. So Corey grinding Yagshi against the cage right now while he's grinding him, but Yagshi's on his butt. So they're down on the ground. Working into mount, Corey working into mount, putting a hook in, working to his back, working ground and pound shots. As I'm calling this, I'm also going to look up the odds for the fight right now. Corey just weighing on Muradov, Classic Corey Sandhagen style. Just grinding on Yagshi right on top of him. Yagshi just fucking getting weighed on by big old Corey Anderson. Okay, so Paul Hughes plus 240 underdog. What do we think about that? Plus 240? In this chat, that's about right. That's about right. We got 65% of people thinking Usman's going to win. Over under 4.5 rounds. What do the boys think? So Corey got Yagshi mounted right now, just raining down elbows from up top. Yagshi rolling to his belly now. It looks like he might quit any minute. Going belly down. Corey's going to take him, flatten him out. Corey got to flatten him out, but it looks like Yagshi got some strong hips. How much to start? Yabi, it could be sooner. I'll let you know if there's a finish. Corey raining down shots. A minute 28 left in the round. All right, Yavle got out of that mounted position, so now he's just back to square one. Back braced up against the cage. Corey putting all of his weight on him. Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out everybody watching. Usman Nurmagomedov versus Paul Hughes 2 coming up next. Like the stream before we get into the main event. 10 likes would be magical. 10 likes would be magical, boys. Corey Anderson wearing on Yagshi still. Just riding him. Riding him. Yagshi taking it off his back, then he's going on his knees. You know what I'm saying? Yagshi taking it both ways, off on his knees and on his back. End of round 4. We got Corey up 3-1. Corey lost the first round, had a rough time, got rocked. Round 2, 3, 4, all Corey. His corner's telling him basically what I'm saying. Just, win this round. Just secure this round, Not even a must-win round, though. You pretty much secured it. Just get a takedown anyway. Really secure it. Yeah, that's crazy. Corey about to become another champion. From Bellator to now PFL. Gotta respect it. So I cannot read that, brother, but maybe somebody in the chat can. Yagshi got to knock him out. Yagshi got to knock him out to win this. Round 5 about to start. Round 5 on. For the vacant light heavyweight title. 205 pounds. Ooh, nice right hand from Corey. Nice jab from Corey. Yagshi's slow, stuck in the mud right now. Another jab from Corey. I think Corey just punched Yagshi's knee. Overhand right from Corey. Yagshi might have finally landed something. We waiting for Usman fight? Yes, sir. Let's go, Saw. Coming up next. Last round. In my opinion, Yagshi got to finish Corey. I mean, he's been trying to do that the whole fight. Hasn't been able to. Let's see if he can land something big. Oof. They're doing their thing. They clinched up just now. Corey got him up against the cage. Knee. Elbow from Corey. In on a takedown attempt again. Gets him down. Good shit, Corey. Good shit. Corey's corner also told him, get the takedown and you're secured this shit. Easy money in the bag. Corey just got it. Dominating him right now. Gotta respect it. Not looking good for Yagshi Muradov. Apparently the crowd isn't too happy. They're a Yagshi Muradov fan. %70 of people saying Usman wins the rematch. 73% of people. Who thinks Paul Hughes pulls off the upset? Corey dominating homie, and there's 3 minutes left in the round. Corey dominating Yovlev, by the way. "39 seconds left in the round, and we got Usman coming up next." Corey Anderson dominated from the fourth round till the last bell. Congratulations to Corey Anderson on an excellent victory. Easy unanimous decision for Corey Anderson. With 10 seconds left, Yagshi Muradov finally reverses it. It doesn't even matter. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Corey shushing the crowd, doing a little fucking celebration dance. Good shit. Main event coming up now. Main event coming up. Nurmagomedov Hughes coming up next after this decision gets announced. What do you prefer, punches or top control in bedroom? I prefer I prefer top control. I prefer seeing top control. What would punches be the equivalent to in the bedroom? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if I prefer punches, if it's punches or top control, what is punches? Why do I see the chat going crazy with all these emojis right now? What does it mean, though? If I have, what are the punches? I think if Hughes loses this time, he won't be upset. I love that we get all these rematches and shit. These rematches are fire. I keep thinking about Merab, though, and how he fucking destroyed O'Malley in the rematch. Hopefully that doesn't happen with Pereira, and hopefully that doesn't happen with Usman versus Paul Hughes. Shout out everybody in the chat. I see the chat going crazy. All the emojis. 49-45, 48-47, 49-45. Let's go, Corey Anderson. Congratulations. Corey Overtime Anderson, PFL Light Heavyweight Champion. Question: why female MMA fighters do not tap out to rear naked choke? Hey. Agarwal. Hey, maybe they be a little bit kinky, Agarwal. They be a little bit kinky. You already know that. It's a kink. You cannot punch from doggy. Back of head is illegal. Cannot punch from doggy. Yeah, doggy's like on top, right? That's what I'm wondering. Is punches like from bottom then? Fight over, right? Yeah, Dill. Fight's over. Fight's over. We got Usman coming up next, but I think Corey's gonna give like a little interview real quick. Corey got a big old belt. Usman versus Paul Hughes coming up. Everybody in the stream, like the stream. I mean, we could get up to 15 likes at this point before the main event starts. Just everybody hit that like button. 15 likes in the snap of a finger. Shout out everybody watching. Guess not much of an interview from Corey, though. %73% of people going for Usman. Now it just went down to 71. We just got a fucking, what's his name, vote. Shout out Saw for liking the stream. Shout out Saw. Don Chada wants the Irish. Oh, let's go. We got an Irish in the building. Hey, Don Chada, I'm telling people that I'm smelling a bit of an upset. I'm just saying. It just feels right. It feels right to call an upset tonight. I'll tell you one that's not upsetting. Corey Sandhagen ain't winning against Merab tonight. And I don't mean to be rude. Imagine a girl is riding you and your Kimura instincts kick in. Argarol is too funny. You get him in one of those Kimuras. Switch the position on him. Sweep him. Agarwal, are you talking about using a Kimura sweep? Agarwal uses a Kimura sweep to go on top in bed. That's what Agarwal does. Agarwal hits him with that Kimura sweep from bottom. Takes over top position. What up, Scott? What up, homie? We got Scott in here. Let's go. What up, bro? Would be cool to see Hughes can pull it off. Shit, I read that so bad. What up, bro? Would be cool to see Hughes can pull off the upset. It would be cool. It would be cool. This young man is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, and then he had a great knockout recently. Who did he knock out recently? Mr. Bad News Hughes. Who did he knock out recently? So Paul Hughes already making the walkout. Usman walking out now, boys. Usman walking out now. Some dubstep action. Don Chada. Shit, I can't read that, but shout out my Irish fucking viewers. Dia is Mure Duete Ire Abu. What up? What up, Yusuf Ahmedi? Tap into the chat. Ave Maria. Hey, Ave Maria. Ave Maria. Usman Nurmagomedov, or not Usman, but Paul Hughes walking out with the Irish flag. How much to start? It's starting now. Few minutes. I mean, shit, it started. I don't know what you waiting for. Put it on the telly. Or just stay tapped in here. I got you. Shout out to everybody watching. We got the main event coming up right now. Bad News Hughes versus the undefeated Usman Nurmagomedov. Bro, this walkout is crazy long. I don't know where he's been walking from. The entrance is like this long, but somehow they've been filming Paul Hughes for like the last 3 minutes. I think he's been walking through the back. UFC style. Paul Hughes getting his little McGregor walkout right now with some lady kind of performing, singing like a walkout war song. Not sure if this is Sinead O'Connor, but this is a decently cool walkout. Kind of cool. Paul Hughes getting 2 songs for the walkout. Let's see if Nurmagomedov has something like this. Something tells me he doesn't like doing this kind of thing. I'm curious to see if Usman gets a special walkout or if he denied it. Now Paul Hughes walking out to Prolific by Nipsey Hussle. So shout out Nipsey. R.I.P. Nipsey. Paul Hughes singing to rap is like, it's not fitting for me. But he rocks out to this Nipsey song. If anybody's watching Paul Hughes strut to this rap song right now, I didn't expect that at all. Hey, Scott, I'm actually leaning, I'm going final pick, final verdict, Yuri. Final verdict, I'm going Yuri, if anybody wants to know. I'm going Yuri. The Don Chada. I'm locking in on Yuri, Scott. I don't even know what the odds are. Anyone know the odds for that? Can someone look it up and tell me? Yusuf Ahmed believes a KO is coming. Knockout incoming. Yusuf, you got Paul Hughes, bad news? Or you got Usman Nurmagomedov, undefeated? Who you got? I'm gonna end the. Should I end the poll or should I wait for Usman's walkout to conclude? I'll wait for the walkout to conclude. I'm front line every time it's on. See, Usman's already walking out, and Paul Hughes' song is playing. I don't think Usman did this shit. They don't even like fuck with music that heavily. AKA Usman walking out, fingers up. I watched Usman fight Bellator San Diego, the last ever Bellator event. That version I saw of Usman might have been the best Usman ever. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe what my eyes saw. He was that good, that talented, that quick against a really tough opponent. So, but let's see if he's still evolving. I mean, he's gonna do really well tonight. That's what I believe. I gotta piss before this fight starts. Give me a second. Okay, Scott says right now Yuri is minus 205 and Khalil is plus 170. I'm rocking Yuri. And I'll give you an X factor why. Just let me go piss real quick. All right, one X factor why I'm picking Yuri to beat Khalil. Aside from skill, right? Sometimes it comes down to mentality, and I think that Khalil has a lot of respect for even a Yuri Prohaska. You know, Khalil has a ton of respect for Yuri, just like he did for Alex. And if he doesn't really feel that superiority towards Yuri, and it's more like respect and happy to be there against a great fighter, I could see that playing against Khalil. You know, because Khalil is even happy about his loss with Alex. That's what I'm trying to say. Versus, like, Khalil could never live with himself, right, if he lost to, like, Jamal Hill. Khalil can live with himself if he loses to a Yuri, if that makes sense to you. So would he be willing to concede? Let's see it. Let's see it. Khalil is a beast. You know, he's a beast. Nothing against Khalil. I just think sometimes he respects the game a little bit too much, where it might actually like mess with him. Usman's walkout song, that little dubstep action, it's pretty good. Usman stepping into the cage. The Nurmagomedovs, you know, one of their teammates coming off a knockout loss, a bad one. Usman got his big bro Umar in the corner. We're just getting started, boys, with this main event. Most likely going 5 rounds. Most likely. That would be my prediction. If somebody wants over under 4.5, I'll say take the over. 27 years old Usman Nurmagomedov, 28 years old Paul Hughes. These young men are in their primes. Not prime, but pretty fucking close. Pretty fucking close, dude. Let's see how it goes here. Boys, we are ready. I mean, that's just what this announcer's asking if we're ready. That's what I'm saying. We're ready. We just want this shit to get started. My goodness gracious, don't ask us if we're fucking ready. We've been ready. Look. Shout out Bellator Champions Series where I went to go watch Usman fight last September. That shit's just been sitting there for a year. Hasn't moved. That's the first time it's been picked up since that day. They're announcing Paul Bad News Hughes. Won 8 of last 9, 10 of 14 wins by stoppage. Former Cage Warriors featherweight champion. That's a resume. 14-2. Okay, we're knocking down the poll now. So 69% of you said Usman will win this. That's about right. That's about what the odds are anyway. So Usman won the poll. Usman getting announced, calling on his crowd to cheer him on in Dubai. He loves it. 14 of 19 wins by stoppage. Former Bellator lightweight champion. Former Russian amateur MMA champion. Huh. Russian amateur MMA champion. I like it. They're meeting in the middle. Usman looking at Paul Hughes like, you know, with his a little bit cocky grin. But he just released it. They both take deep breaths staring at each other. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, this rematch. Touching gloves. They're getting started. Paul Hughes initiated the glove touch, if anybody cares. Usman versus Paul Hughes. They're getting started now, boys. It's getting started. It's about a year in the making. A little bit less, right? Here it is. It's on. Fight's on. Usman working kicks early. Leg kick from Usman. Usman works body kick. Paul Hughes blocks it. Left hook from Usman. Lands flush. Little showboating from each other. Paul Hughes not really able to land that much on Usman, not going to lie so far. My boy Scott, don't put your money on that. Don't count on that happening, Rob getting slept. Corey ain't the guy, bro. I'm sorry if you might have fallen for some of Corey's propaganda, but I'm telling you, I promise you, Corey, not the guy. Oh, shit. So Usman just clinched up with Paul, and Paul just started winging shots at his head, connected with a few. Usman landed a knee, and then fell off balance. Usman working some nice kicks on Paul Hughes. Paul kind of falls and has to reset. Usman with an alleged nut shot. Paul Hughes grimacing on his face. I think it might have landed with the toes. That might have clipped the balls. I'm not going to lie to you. Watching it, it might have clipped the balls. Paul Hughes either selling it or really trying to recover here. He's ready. Usman apologizes. They shake hands. They're ready to go. Two and a half minutes left in this round. Round one. Paul Hughes got to start using his boxing and believing in his hands a little bit more, I would say. Leg kick from Paul Hughes. He did land a little bit second ago with the combo with the hands. Usman just does a good job of firing in these like nasty body kicks and stuff. Left hooks, you know? Leg kicks. Paul Hughes alleging a nut shot. Ref says it's clean and to keep going. So Paul Hughes, yeah, just to repeat it, Paul Hughes claiming another nut shot. Usman protests, and referee, no nonsense, Keith Peterson says, nah, bro, continue. We ain't doing this. While Hughes is trying to sell it. Shamil Jawish, I'm on ESPN, but you got to get that unlimited subscription. Usman lands a takedown on Paul Hughes. 1 minute and a half left in the round. Paul Hughes not looking good this round so far, I'm not going to lie. Even the body language off that first nut shot, even if it landed, I didn't like it that much, the body language. Usman got almost a body triangle on Paul Hughes' back here, working rear naked choke, and he threatened it for a second. Usman's all over Paul Hughes on this grappling exchange. All over Paul Hughes. Threatening every which way. Rear naked choke, knee bar. He doesn't have a body triangle, but he's got this it's like it's a body triangle actually, but he's got his leg laced underneath one of Paul's legs. This is sick. It's as like a lever to keep him up or something. I love this. You guys see this? Still got the body triangle locked in. Not Usman. Paul Hughes losing this round for sure. Usman just fucking, just ragdolling him. Big bro style. Paul Hughes gets up to his feet, trying to fight back. All the Usman fans are going crazy right now, I bet. Oh shit, did a knee just land? Paul Hughes landing big on Usman in an exchange just now. Paul Hughes does land big on Usman, and then he reacts funny. They headbutt each other at the end of that round. Paul Hughes is like being a baby, though. They just headbutted at the end of the round, and Paul Hughes is like, ow, ow. Like, bro, you guys are in a street fight. You're talking shit at the end of the round. You guys can go forehead to forehead. Paul Hughes had two decent moments in that fight where he really let his hands go. Problem is, he barely has any of these moments. Yeah, Paul just landed a knee on Usman, and then a big right hand left hook at the end of the round, yeah. So let's see. Let's see how this continues to play out. But Usman won that round clear, fair and square. 10-9 Usman round one. Paul Hughes is like flopping, the equivalent to the flopping in the NBA. All right, here we go. Start of round two. Paul opening up with a couple jabs. Paul over celebrates when he connects on Usman. That's something I'll say right now. This should be expected. You're going to connect on Usman, you know? Imagine if every time Usman landed, he had to showboat about it. Usman lands a nice little jab. Nice little jab. Paul Hughes is leading this fight so far. Leg kick from Usman. Jab from Usman. What I like about Usman, I'll admit, is he's hard to hit. Okay, so as I say that, Hughes just lands a nice body shot. Yeah, they're even calling out the sharpness of Usman's jab. It's really sharp. Javier Mendez really got that jab looking good on Usman. Not even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised if Usman knocks some people out in the future with that jab. Usman switching stances now. I like his orthodox jab, but Usman just switched to southpaw. This is a bit of a closer round, to be honest. I have Usman up slightly, but it's anyone's round with 2:50 left in the round. Nice jabbing from Usman. That's going to win him this round. Super close round. Not much is going on. But Paul Hughes can't get in because Paul Hughes, if he does start committing, he's going to start getting caught. Paul Hughes is having a really hard time leading against Usman. And then anytime Usman commits, Paul Hughes just goes crazy and starts just flinging shots, which is working, to be honest with you, to his benefit so far. But is it winning him the fight? I wouldn't say so. Close round, though. Close round. Nice jab from Paul. They're up against the cage. Usman on Paul Hughes' back. He may look to climb, but right at the moment, he's just on Paul Hughes' back with double underhooks. Releases one of the underhooks and starts punching. Usman looking to switch for a takedown here. Usman doing enough to win the round. We got 56 seconds left in the round. Paul Hughes, once he gets close, he does fling those hands, though, and they do connect. Problem is Hughes can't create his own, situations that well. It's very spotty where he can get in there and fire off the combos he wants to fire off. Jab from Paul Hughes. Yeah, Paul adding a little bit more volume now. Making it close. I'm leaning towards Usman still, though, to be honest. Very close round. I'm leaning towards Usman. You could give that round to anybody, though. I'm going to give it to Usman. This fight will, like I predicted, go to a decision at this rate that it's going. I'll have Usman up 2, though. He could have lost that round. Close round. Okay, so no more commercials. Hell yeah. Always love to hear the corners talking Khabib and shit like that. Let's hear it. They better have a translator. They won't, though. Okay, about to start round 3. In my opinion, Usman up 2-0. Usman connects with the leg kick to start. Calf kick. Apparently, Hughes outlanded and threw more than Usman in round 2. But they're saying on commentary, Usman got that takedown, right? They're talking. I don't know about what. Usman with a nice jab. Paul Hughes did just throw a big old combo, but it's so like not calculated. It's more so just like throwing like four shots, hoping to land a couple. He lands a nice knee there. Ooh, nice right hand from Usman. Usman's style is just a little bit more pretty, you know. Paul Hughes is relying on just kind of more brute force. Yeah, they're saying if Hughes has an advantage, it's in raw power, and I would agree. He doesn't have much other than just big power shots he can land to win this fight. And sure, when he does land, it takes back some of, you know, what Usman has done in the round, but it's too few and far between when you look at the whole scape of the fight. Even this, Usman shoots in on a takedown, but Paul Hughes, right, can't even attempt one. Now the striking is getting a little bit closer with Paul Hughes. I'm not going to lie to you. But I still believe it's... Paul Hughes isn't shooting on takedowns, right? But he can barely win on the feet either. So tell me how... You know, I think Usman is bringing a lot of the fight here. Whether people see that or not. Close striking. Paul Hughes is walking him down, though. Usman does have to mix in the takedowns and shit to really secure the round because Hughes is doing a good job of pressing and landing shots. Close round. Hughes, I think, landed a leg kick or something. Ooh, nice body shot from Hughes. Hughes is actually probably winning this round, I'll say. I'll say Hughes is winning this round. Usman losing his edge. In my opinion, who won the first and second rounds? I went Usman round 1, and I went Usman round 2, although it was closer. Right now, I got Paul Hughes on round 3. Paul Hughes is locking in a bit more. Paul Hughes is definitely locked in a bit more in this third round. And Usman has fallen back. He's not as like, you know, fast twitched and threatening the whole MMA game like he was earlier. Usman looks tired, you know, in round 3 he looks tired versus Paul Hughes looks like he's barely breathing heavy. Are you watching it, Ahmed, or are you just listening to my commentary? Whoever's also watching it, let me know how you're scoring it. Okay, so Usman steals a takedown at the end of round 3. You know, these are things that what's his name is missing. Paul Hughes is missing. Now how do we score this? Right? Especially in Dubai and shit like that. Tough. I'll give that to Paul Hughes. I'll give that round to Paul Hughes still. Let me know what you guys think. I think that was Paul Hughes' round despite the takedown. Usman does a good job of providing arguments for the judges to give him rounds, though. You know, like that takedown at least creates an argument to give him the round. He also had a takedown in round 2, which is one of the reasons why I did give him the round in round 2. But it was earlier with a little bit more control to it. I got 2-1 Usman so far. We're about to enter round 4. Usman going into round 4. Damn, Scott goes, they did a virtual press conference and Usman was at the fast food drive-thru, LOL. Honestly, Usman is like the bad boy of the family. I don't know if people realize that, but Usman is the most troubled of the family. Apparently, he's also the most talented. So, if he was at a fast food drive-thru, that doesn't surprise me. Who knows if he was eating the fast food or if it was one of his brothers getting the food, but Usman is a bit of a problem child. But they say he's the best of everyone. Some people saying 2 and 3 go to Hughes, rounds 2 and 3. Because remember, Hughes outlanded Nurmagomedov in round 2. But again, Nurmagomedov had that takedown with more control. But again, if you're still getting outstruck with that takedown, what does that say? Maybe I'm wrong about round 2. Very close rounds, though. Nurmagomedov working more body kicks and shit like that. Hughes looking a little bit more... Yeah, Hughes looking a little bit more... weathered now for some reason. I don't know if it's that swollen eye, but Nurmagomedov off to a good start in this round. Hughes with another nut shot apparently. I can't tell if Hughes is bullshitting or not, bro. Now Hughes is just like laying flat on the ground. I don't like this body language from Hughes even if it is happening. I don't think that was it at all. It's barely hitting him, though, and he's freaking out. Paul's trying to politic to get a point taken. Should he get one? I don't know. No point. Usman's saying something. Usman doesn't believe it. He's calling on them to check that shit. Keith Peterson says they did check. And it was. Now Paul Hughes comes pressing after it. It's just like, dude, I don't know. Paul Hughes goes from laying down, flopping, to just standing up ready to go in like a matter of seconds. Now Usman takes down Paul Hughes. Usman looking to cradle Paul Hughes. What will the excuse be now? Paul Hughes still, though, he has a good game plan with these power shots. It's a real big problem for Usman. Usman really doesn't like to be hit by any of them. And Paul Hughes is always just waiting to fire him off. And he has landed quite a few times with them. They're exchanging leg kicks and body kicks. Two minutes 30 left in round 4. No point was deducted. I'm going Usman so far. We're only halfway through though. Let's see who wins the second half of this round. Usman in on another takedown, and he dumps Paul Hughes. He dumps him. Solid takedown from Usman. This is what Paul Hughes is lacking against Usman, you know? Usman got way more ways to win this fight and show the judges that he's a better fighter. Oh shit, Usman with the rear naked, but he was too high. He fell off the top, but still threatening. Still threatening. All Paul Hughes can do is fire back big combos. It's really all he can do. And sure, it's working good, but when it's not, it's not. Round 3, it worked really well. This round, it's backfiring a little bit. It shows a lack of skill compared to Usman. And keep in mind, Paul Hughes' right eye is pretty much swollen shut. Probably from all the left hooks and jabs. Ooh, Usman landing a nice one too. While Paul Hughes is pressing. Paul Hughes kind of looking like a Jessica Andrade. If you guys familiar with Jessica Andrade's work, you know, she just comes in, right, like this, and just like slips, whoop, 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 a couple rips. That's how Paul Hughes is fighting, you know. Very, very just one-dimensional in a way. He's not really attempting much else. Maybe some leg kicks here and there, but it's really just this like walk forward, slip, bop, 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 you know. Maybe slip, bop, 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 you know. Paul Hughes is backing up a bit more now. I don't know if that is good for strategy. Let's see it. Let's see. They're saying a body shot slowed him down. Usman's pointing, talking to him. Body kick again. I think Usman's onto the body shot that hurt him. Usman goes takedown again. Let's go. Finishes with the leg kick. Turns Paul Hughes. 10 seconds left in the round. Usman opening up. Catching his second wind. Paul Hughes always got a chip on his shoulder against Usman, always staring him down, always blah blah blah, but it's like, dude, the whole 5 minutes, you know, what's staring at him gonna do? Usman at the end of the round, he's looking at him like, what the fuck's going on, bro? I'm beating your ass. What the fuck you looking at me for? Ooh, nasty body shot. Okay, last round. Round 5, boys. For all the marbles. Paul Hughes. I give that round to Usman. I give the last round to Paul Hughes as far as the third round. So, I got Usman 1, 2, and 4. Usman 1, 2, and 4, but there's an argument for Usman only 1 and 4. And Hughes 2 and 3. Just putting that out there. Round 5 starts and the stream freezes, but we're back on. Ooh, left hook lands from Hughes. Score now is 2-2. In other people's opinion, Ahmed, but in my opinion, it's 3-1. Hughes is opening up more now. Usman really should be able to press more on Paul Hughes. He hasn't been able to. It's okay, though. Oh. Yeah, Usman slipped off of a jab that Paul connected on him. Usman skirting the back of the cage. Usman working takedown, gets it. Gets it on Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes back up to his feet though. Usman says he sent him flying. Another big takedown from Usman. They're really just fighting now though in this fifth. Paul Hughes lands a nice jab on Usman. Usman tries to return, doesn't land though. 3.5 minutes left in round 5. Double jab from Paul Hughes. Body kick from Paul Hughes. Let's see if Usman still got some gas in him. He went for a couple big takedowns, didn't really get much out of it. Jabs from Paul Hughes landing on Usman. Usman lands a left hook right hand. Jab to the body from Usman. Left hook from Paul Hughes. Just back and forth action. 2.5 minutes left in the round. Anybody's fight in this 5th round as far as who can win this round. I believe Usman already won 3, so that would mean Paul Hughes needs a finish, so we'll just see, but I'll let you guys know who I think won this 5th. So far, Paul Hughes is winning this 5th. Absolutely. Apparently, he's outthrown and outlanded Nurmagomedov in round 5. Nurmagomedov hasn't really taken much forward steps in round 5 either. Ooh, nice left hook from Nurmagomedov, though. Nice jab from Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov better when he fights orthodox than southpaw. Nice left hook from Nurmagomedov. Nice right hand from Nurmagomedov. He sees it too. And then he goes back to southpaw though. Bad idea. Orthodox is where he lands more. He turns into more of a boxer when he's orthodox than southpaw. He goes southpaw and Paul Hughes fires off a big head kick. Lands halfway, I'd say. Takedown attempt from Nurmagomedov misses. Paul Hughes throws a combo and pretty much headbutts Nurmagomedov. That's the other thing. Paul Hughes, when he's throwing these big-ass combos, he's leading with his head too, you know? He's like, it's making it an ugly fight. I know it's part of the strategy, but yeah, it's definitely a headbutt. And it opened up a cut. Nurmagomedov is bleeding now. It was both of their fault, actually. It wasn't exactly Paul Hughes' fault. One minute, 7 seconds left in the fight. They resume. Paul Hughes' round so far. Can Paul Hughes put a stamp on this round? Nurmagomedov, okay, yep, he does. Lands a nice right hand, Paul. Usman trying to pump out the jab from orthodox. Lands little pop shots here and there. I think he just landed a jumping knee. Usman going for a nice takedown on Paul Hughes. Gets it. That was a beautiful takedown. Beautiful takedown by Usman. You guys got to see the end of the fight. The way he got Paul Hughes down. I think that was a beautiful takedown. Paul Hughes back up to his feet though, and Usman in on his hips. Let's see if he can get like a double leg, a high crotch or something. Paul Hughes sits out of it, and they're swinging with 6 seconds left. It's gonna be the same result, but hey, let's put it like this: it's the same result, right? But let's see who was right. I think Paul Hughes won that round, but still lost the fight. I think Paul Hughes won that round, but still lost the fight. So let's see. But if other people believe it was 2-2 going into the fifth, then Paul Hughes just won the fight. Let's see. Let's see. I believe Usman won round 2, and that's the deciding factor. Paul Hughes won rounds 3 and rounds 5. Ugh. Paul Hughes won rounds 3 and rounds 5. And then after, Paul Hughes all smiles, all wants to be buddy-buddy. I don't like that stuff sometimes, so let's get this result done. It's cool to be buddy-buddy, but sometimes it's overdone. When the beef seemed to be more legit before and during the fight. In my opinion, Usman won 3-2. But like I say, if some of you guys think that Paul Hughes won rounds 2 and 3, he definitely won round 5. That's a decision for Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes, at the very least, has an argument again that he got robbed. Let's just see. Took the fight in Dubai. You know what they're all going to say, man. But let's see it. Who do you guys think won? Quick votes, okay? Oh, wait, let me go. Who won? Who won? 3-2 for Usman, right? Yeah, I got 3-2 for Usman, Ahmed. 3-2 for Usman. I say Usman won it. So far, I think 100% of people say Usman won. So, there you have it, right? Usman or Paul Hughes? Usman or Paul Hughes? Let us know your votes. Scorecard's getting read now. Submit your vote quick. I'm gonna end it before the judges' scorecards get announced. Put your vote in now before the scorecard gets announced. I'm about to end it. 50-45, 49-46. Usman won. Usman won it. Paul Hughes claps it up for Usman, and it looks like he makes no excuse. 50-45 is kind of crazy, though. 50-45 is crazy. I'm not even going to fucking lie to you. It could have been 49-48 times 3. I think there was 49-46, 48-47 in there. I don't know what it was. Congrats to Usman. Oh, that's Usman's father right there in the cage. Khabib's dad's brother. That's crazy. Rest in peace, Abdulmanap. That's his brother. Usman thanking, Dubai for all the support. Usman winner. I had it 48-47 as well. He lost round 3 and round 5. Oh, Usman says Paul underestimated him. Good respect. Usman's like, happy to see you again. Respect to all you guys. Good shit. He goes, you underestimated me. That's too good. Congrats to Usman on the win. Alfie Davis. Usman just called out Alfie Davis. What up, Soda Pop? Coming in at the end, homie. But we got to stream tomorrow. If you didn't watch this fight, Soda Pop, what's his name? Usman won 3-2. Great question, Soda Pop. I don't believe Buck versus Brady would be happening next, in my humble, honest opinion. I saw a report yesterday that Shavkat was injured. But I believe Brady versus Shavkat should be the booking. And I do believe that Joaquin should... I was actually going to DM you, Soda Pop. Who do you think Joaquin should fight? I mean, I think there's argument he could fight down and rematch... Well, no, Kevin Holland got a fight booked, right? So let's not throw Kevin Holland in the mix. I like the Michael Morales fight for Joaquin, though. I also like, I know they're booked, but I like a Carlos Prates or Leon Edwards fight for Joaquin. Buck is stuck right now a little bit. Yeah, you're right. They tried to rob Paul Hughes of an interview just now, apparently. I'll pull up the UFC rankings real quick. Yeah, Joaquin versus Michael Morales. Even like if Gilbert Burns isn't booked, right? Like run it with Gilbert Burns. That's what I think is gonna happen with Joaquin. If you want my honest opinion, I think you fight him down, and it's no disrespect off the loss. It's just that it's tough right now with some of the guys that are booked. If it was my ideal world, I would go, Leon Edwards for Joaquin, or Carlos Prates, or Michael Morales. That would be my 3 picks for Joaquin. 3 picks for Joaquin. However, Leon's booked against Carlos Prates, so that leaves you with just Michael Morales. Okay? Kevin Holland booked against Michael Malott. Kevin is a quick turnaround, so Kevin could also fight Joaquin. We'll keep him on the back burner for now. I'm going to go Michael Morales, Gilbert Burns. I mean, Jeff Neal, D-Rod, Kevin Holland. I think Joaquin can run it with all of them, to be honest with you. What do we think? Brady versus Morales. Interesting. Ian Gary versus Bilal booked. So it's getting booked. It's all about timing. We will fight Sean Brady. Believe that. We will fight Sean Brady, just not right now. Sean Brady is streaking too much, to be for Joaquin to be warranted that opportunity. but we will get Sean Brady. Buck might have to KO the winner of Randy Brown versus Bonfim. No diss to your boy Randy. He's my hometown hero, but if he fights New Mansa, then we know how it goes. Shout out Soda Pop. Shout out Soda Pop. I gotta plead the fifth on that one. I gotta plead the fifth. I look forward to interviewing both men if they ever fight each other. How about that? D-Rod makes sense. I like that shout. Yeah, yeah. Any of those guys, honestly, like I really believe I like these ones better. I like D-Rod, Jeff Neal, Gilbert Burns, or Michael Morales. I love those. I love those. I probably, if you want to know who I like the least of that, I'll say Jeff Neal. But that would be probably one of the best results of a fight right there. They got a similar style. They would bang it out, bro. It would be like a little bit lesser version of Joaquin versus fucking Chris Curtis. Like two bangers, you know? And I think Joaquin walks away with that one, the victor. Sean Brady would expose Buck on the ground like how the semi-retired Kamaru did. Interesting takes, Snyder. But, you know. I think Buck's better than what he showed. How about that? I think Joaquin's better than what he showed against Usman. I think he learned some lessons. He's going to run it with Sean Brady eventually, and I will be backing Joaquin. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I don't care. There is an X factor in the Joaquin versus Brady matchup, in my opinion. Scott Snyder just said that to the biggest Joaquin fans in the world, Guy Gone Loco. Yeah, Scott, I know a lot of people, whenever I talk about Joaquin, there's the doubters always in the chat. It's okay. Joaquin's got both. He's got supporters and he's got doubters. But one thing's for sure, they're tuning into his next fight. And, you know, LOL, like both of them. Fair enough, Scott, fair enough. I think that some people are just disappointed in Joaquin that he wasn't able to wrestle Usman. But, you know, I'm going to go from a different standpoint. I believe, like, I think Usman is good, bro. Like, if you think that Sean Brady would go in and ragdoll Usman, okay? This ain't even to Scott. But using Scott's comparison, if you think Brady would walk in there and just ragdoll Usman, you're tripping. We could see it, but that's my belief. That's the belief I'm going to operate on. So, it's kind of like, you know, Joaquin did his thing against Kamaru. Yes, Kamaru won. But Joaquin showed he actually underperformed in that one. You know, Brady, lots of infections. He's had a lot of stuff going on in his career. Let's just, let's see it. There's a lot that goes into it. It's skill, but it's also timing. There's a lot that goes into it. Who's the younger fighter, right? I mean, let's just see it. Let's just see it. I mean, Sean Brady never been a champion. Joaquin just got done losing a decision to the best, one of the best welterweight champions in modern history. Probably the best welterweight champion in modern history, aside from GSP. So, a lot of people are down on Joaquin's stock right now, and I think it's a great time to buy. Buckley vs. Wonderboy was 363 days ago. I got that tweet ready for the 1 year anniversary. Let's go. What a crazy knockout that was. Time flies, bro. It's actually scary. It feels like 3 months ago. I know. The Covington fight was about a year ago too, bro. In a couple months. Crazy how time flies. Shout out to everybody who tuned into the stream. Like the stream. Subscribe. We got the stream coming up tomorrow too for UFC 320. So make sure to tap into that. I got a clip releasing today. If you didn't catch it last night, Mikey Musumeci basically says Derek Moneyberg ain't a real black belt. He wouldn't give it in 3.5 years. So that's a decent clip we're going to drop later today, probably in a few hours. I got to go edit it right now, actually. That's my favorite UFC moment ever. Yeah, one of my favorites as well. One of my favorites as well. All right, boys. All right, boys. Shout out everybody who tuned in. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Early fights today. Congrats to Usman. Congrats to Corey Anderson. And shout out to all the boys. I think Buckley versus Michael Morales is the better matchup. Let's go. Buck versus Morales. I love it. I love that fight right now, too. As long as Buckley's been training, right, and he doesn't need some type of tune-up, let's run it. Because we haven't heard anything from Joaquin. Usually I'm used to seeing a bunch of training videos and stuff. If I were to be seeing those, I'd be even more like, yeah, give him Morales. But let's see where he's at. I believe he's probably training. No, there's no way he's not training. I'll put it like that, too. There ain't no way he's not training. All right, boys. Peace out. Shout out everybody who watched. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace out.